Hey guys, Priscilla here, your Pampered Chef consultant, always here to help you save some time and money in the kitchen. I am coming to you for Meatless Monday with another taste buds recipe. It is a pasta with avocado sauce, and the avocado will be blended. I'm cutting this recipe in half just for me. So I'm not using the entire pepper, I'm not using the entire onion like it calls for, and I used one avocado to make the sauce and I'm doing that in the blender. So I'm just using a part of an onion that I have here, and we are just going to slice this since I'm just doing a little bit with Santoku knife. These things are super sharp. You can see how easily that just glides right through. And let's cut those into little, just a 1/2 the length. And we're going to saute this in the skillet. We're going to bring everything together in a skillet. Cooked a little fettuccine. There, I think I dropped the pepper on the floor. A little fettuccine. I've got some frozen corn thawed here. We're going to throw that in there too. And we're going to add some onion to that. Now the base of the seasoning that we're using is the guacamole seasoning. So I'm just go ahead and slice these down. Always keep your fingers curled back when you're slicing with the knife to keep your fingers out of the way. So fettuccine is cooked. Let me make sure I'm doing everything that I need to do. But I think this is a dinner. You could change out the pasta if you got something besides fettuccine. I think honey would work very good. I had some frozen pasta, so that's what I'm doing. The frozen pasta, and I wanted to use that up. And it's not even quite 1/2 pound. 1/2 pound would cut the recipe in half for you. We want to just get these all sauteed and softened up a little bit, and we're going to add our pasta to this and then our sauce. So super simple, super easy. I think it could be for any weeknight meal, but it is our guacamole seasoning, and that is going to be, that's the flavoring for the sauce. So just an avocado with the guacamole seasoning and some water. You can add a little fresh cilantro if you like it, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to turn this back up a little bit. I want to get this onion softened. This only takes a few minutes. But while that is cooking just a little bit more, I'm going to go over back to the blender here. And I don't have cotija cheese. You can use cotija cheese, but I'm going to use Parmesan cheese. So grate a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and that's going to go in there too. I'm going to grate a little bit more, I think. Who's not to love about cheese, right? A little bit of extra cheese never hurt anyone, right? Unless you're dairy intolerant. So, but your harder cheeses, sometimes the harder cheeses are a little more palatable for people who have trouble with dairy. Sometimes the harder cheeses will be a little bit more forgiving on the body system, so I think that works. Okay, let's see if I can get this. But if you want to add some protein, you could always add some chicken or some shrimp to this. But I just like the pasta, and I might even add a little bit of asparagus on the side there for myself, since I have it from the garden. I always like using that up. One of these days, I'm going to be doing a pasta and asparagus stir fry. That's a wonderful recipe. It uses, you make your own little white sauce, cream sauce. You can do so much with pasta. I think that's going to be good. So let me go ahead and get my sauce. I want to add a little bit of pasta water. Now, I always reserve a little bit of pasta water. If you're making some kind of a sauce, reserve a little bit of pasta water out of there That is going to help. I'm going to thin that sauce down a little bit to pour over this, but that will help. It helps add some richness to the sauce as well. Let me just see if I can get this turned back to the... I'm going to make an avocado sauce using our blender. And I am just doing half a recipe. Just use the back side, the smooth side of the avocado tool to scoop out flesh. Into the blender. And we're going to use some of our guacamole seasoning. It's one nice thing if you don't have things on hand like lime juice and cilantro and things like that. The avocado seasoning is really nice to take care of that. It makes a great guacamole dip. We're also going to use it for a sauce. Okay, pitch that. Guacamole seasoning. I'm going to use a tablespoon and a half for this recipe. Oh, half. Forgot to take it down to the half mark. It's the beauty of these measuring spoons, the adjustable measuring spoons. You can do the same spoon for both measurements. And I don't have any fresh cilantro. I'm just going to add a little bit of dried cilantro and some warm water. Let's go ahead and put our lid on here, turn it on. And I'm just going to turn to the smoothie setting for now. I don't even need to if I want, I'm going to thin it down, probably thin it down a little bit, but I'm going to use the pasta water to thin that down a little bit. I'm just going to pour a little bit in there, not much, because you can see I blended the avocado. I just kind of did it on a smoothie setting, and it didn't even take but a few seconds. I'm just going to turn this. It all depends on how thick you want your sauce. Oh yeah, thin that down too much. So. Do that. Let's see that. We're going to go ahead and pull this over here. We're going to add our pasta. Draining in the skillet there in our colander. We'll add the sauce. And I do like, even if you don't, I'm not sure if you like avocado. Avocado is such a mild flavored fruit. It's kind of more buttery, so I really think you would like this dish. But if never tried avocado ranch dressing or anything like that. We want to get everything mixed in there together. And that's pretty much going to be it. Oh, we got to add the cheese. I'm going to save a little bit out for on top. So I haven't made this before. Can you tell? Yeah, that's it. We'll just want to get everything mixed up, and I've got plenty of sauce for the amount of fettuccine I had, so there's no problem there. But super simple, super easy. Garnish that up with some extra cheese, some cilantro leaves, maybe some corn chips even. And that's it. Some crumpled up corn chips to give you some extra crunch to the rest of, to the dish. And that will be all you need. And let me find my, I did take my pasta tongs out. I'm gonna plate that up. And I don't mind extra avocado sauce, believe me, with that. So this will give me enough to have for supper, and it'll give me enough for leftovers for lunch tomorrow. So that's what's for dinner tonight. What are you having? I'd love to hear from you. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.